after hours free agency frenzy. Brinks truck backed it up in Chicago.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, a man who was once known as the Red Rifle, then showed that he had a big red rocket, went down to Dallas with Mike McCarthy, got laid out, didn't get picked up, but ended up winning some games for the Dallas Cowboys and formerly of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, your quarterback for the third largest city in America. The Chicago Bears move on from Nick Foles potentially. They definitely moved on from Mitchell Trubisky. Have they moved on from success, people are asking? I say no, because the Chicago Bears have come to an agreement with Andy fucking Dalton. Russell Wilson was potentially a Bear just a couple days ago. Say goodbye to Russell Wilson and Team 3. Deshaun Watson was potentially coming to Chicago. Say goodbye to Jack Easterby's influence on Deshaun Watson. Say hello to the new face of the Midway. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy fucking Dalton.
Yeah! Congrats,
Zito, I know what you were thinking. When you heard Deshaun, you were like, that'd be cool. When you heard Russell, you're like, that was awesome. That was just a couple days ago, by the way.
Yep.
Just a couple days ago. Now that Andy Dalton is your quarterback, and we've seen what he's been able to do in a city that did not care about their team, Cincinnati, in the clusterfuck that is Dallas, are you pumped about him coming into the Ryan Pace, Matt Nagy-led building and doing his thing, getting, what, 12, 13 wins this year?
Hell yeah.
Who says no? Easy. Who says no?
They could stink again.
No way.
Could.
No. I'm going to tell you right now.
I mean, I'm pumped for Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Let's go.
We love Andy. He was supposed to come on our show, and he backed out because he wasn't allowed on the show because he signed with the Cowboys. So he's never actually been on the show. But I think he likes the show. Want to let you know, Andy, I'm pumped you got paid, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, Red Rifle.
Hey, put that Bears franchise, the legendary history, put it all right on Dalton's back, right below that beautiful hair that he has. He's going to go out there and sling that thing. He's going to run that offense to perfection.
Yeah.
You know, Matt Nagy came from Andy Reid, which automatically makes you think that he is Andy Reid. He is not. He is vastly different, apparently. But Andy Dalton can make him play and coach his absolute best offense.
Is it a bad sign that they are already shopping Anthony Miller, who's one of the better wide receivers on that team, and they're just planning on a tank here? Or?
And is it bad that they were potentially going to get Russell Wilson a couple days ago now instead of Andy Dalton? I'm not saying anything about Andy Dalton, Russell Wilson comparisons, but it feels like Chicago is probably pretty let down by this, but don't be. Andy Dalton will go in there and win some games.
That's right.
So Dalton is reported 1 year, $10 million. We know it's not actually $10 million. Foles is getting $6.6 million next year. Is this a competition?
Foles, Dalton, give me Hard Knocks in Chicago.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Please, God, Bear Don. Man, congrats to Andy Dalton and the Chicago Bears. Jameis Winston, Ryan Fitzmagic, Andy Dalton. I mean, quarterbacks are coming off the board, boys. You're going to have to get active if you want to win some games, just like Chicago Bears obviously do.
I wonder if the Bears were just worried about being left with no quarterback.
Well, they've been like that the last couple of years.
Unfortunately.
Where's Mitch going to land now?
Patriots.
Competition.
It could breed competition. I'm
Hey,
hoping more for Alex Smith, but we'll see.
Maserati Mitch, oh yeah.
Alex Smith's going to Jacksonville, right?
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah, with the Urban Meyer connection there?
Yeah, I said that a couple weeks ago, and everybody came after me, and I was like, all right, we'll sit.
Why?
We'll wait.
It was just tweeted out that the 49ers were also exploring Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Ooh, Bears in a little bit of a bidding war for the Red Rocket. Okay, let's go, Andy Dalton. Huh? Yeah, you want? Huh? Shanahan's offense is definitely going to work.
Yeah.
Nagy's offense, maybe.
TBD.
Maybe. $10 million, that'll make you say yes to something real quick, I'd assume.
If Shanahan wanted Dalton, kind of a good sign. Maybe Dalton does still have it, and Shanahan saw something, and Nagy was like, hey, give me him. I want him now.
Yeah, and if you're Jimmy G, you're watching this going, we wanted Andy Dalton?
Huh?
Andy Dalton? I thought we were maybe Matt Ryan because you guys had previous success together, maybe.
Kirk Cousins.
Maybe Kirk Cousins because you guys had previous success together, maybe.
RG 666?
Maybe RG3 because he won a Rookie of the Year or whatever with you. But Andy Dalton, you don't even know him, right? You've never met him before. How is this even happening? You think he's better than me? What the fuck's going on? That's probably what handsome Jimmy G's thinking to himself. But he has to say that every single day of the offseason because the San Francisco 49ers, who play in Santa Clara and then in Phoenix, Arizona, have never really come out and say, this is our guy for the long haul, even though they kind of dance around. It's not true. So Andy Dalton potentially going to the Niners, now going to the Bears. What's that say about Jimmy G? What's that mean for the rest of free agency? When any of these wide receivers get moved?
Jeez, come on.
We'll see. Now that Chicago's got a guy, maybe they'll be able to get a wide receiver as well. Andy Dalton, people will be taking, pay cuts to get up there to Chicago now.
Without question. Look at some of the weapons around him, too. He's still got Allen Robinson.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
be surprised if Dalton goes out there and wins 12 games next year.
Allen Robinson, he signed
They franchised him, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
technically he's not. Yeah.
1 year, 18 mil.
Yep.
Oh.
$28 million between Andy Dalton and Allen Robinson. That offense is going to start humming.
Yeah, they're saying Dalton 13 mil.
With
Max.
incentives for Dalton in Chicago, the Bears are expected to send free agent quarterback Andy Dalton. Source said their new starter, he gets a 1-year deal worth $10 million, says Ian Rappaport. Then Tom Pelissero throws the ball off the backboard, dunks on Rappaport, and says max $13 million with incentives for Dalton in Chicago. Good money for Andy, and congrats to the Chicago Bears potentially getting a guy that can play quarterback and win some games.
Thank you, Pat.
Not as good as Russell Wilson, though.
No.